Good day. This is Matt Fox with frictionfreesales.com. And this is the fourth video in a series of videos I have done now for Chris Davis over at ActiveCampaign on how to set up your site for lead magnet delivery. So you don't have to create a separate form for each lead magnet you want delivered. You can use one form and two simple custom fields inside ActiveCampaign to do all your delivery work for you. And but while I was talking with Chris about that during the podcast, I had mentioned using custom post types, because I use custom post types for all sorts of cool stuff in my membership site. I use it for different courses. On the main site, I use it for download pages, and I also have a separate custom post type for landing pages. Because when you start, let's look at a WordPress Back-End here. Here's what happens: is normally most people go to their pages and they create a new page. And so we have a new page, and you end up with all these different things. So welcome to the cool. What is that for? I forgot what that page was for. Oh yeah, that's my, after somebody opts in, this is the page that they go to. And of course, you're going to have a contact page, right? So you're going to probably have your contact us here and stuff, right? And we have our contact pages, and we have all these different pages that are in here, your terms of services, your privacy pages. There's, dozens of pages in here. And then you have like your downloads and your lead magnets. Well, you can do one thing is you can create special items. You can create a folder, or I don't want to say folder, but you can create a page, and then below it you have different pages that are in it. So special items page, let me click on that here. And if you're whoops, wrong one. Here it is. If you look at the URL, here's the domain and then / special items. That's this page here, special items. And if I clicked on item 1, that is a child of it. And I'll show you what it looks like when you edit it. You can go into the page and edit it. And then you have the parent page is the special items page. But if I look at this page, I'm going to open it up in another tab here. It's item 1 of hierarchical pages. Oh yeah, that's a mouthful one at this time of day. But then we have the special items / item 1, which is this here. Special items is this one, and then this one is item 1, which is a sub page of the other page, right? Which is, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that, and you can create downloads, and then all of your you can create hierarchical pages for all of your different downloads that you want. But again, it's cluttering up all these pages in here. And pages, so I like to keep everything concise, everything in its own little bucket, so to speak. Pages are important pages that are specific to my WordPress site. That could be your contact page, your about us page, all the stuff that's important and critical. Not that downloads aren't critical, but it's just it's the main stuff it's the default stuff that has to be on your site. And then, so what I did is I created this downloads page type, and in here we can create different lead magnets. And so this is lead magnet 1, and then I can create a new download page, and it can be called lead magnet download 2. Download here. Yada, yada. And then I gotta learn how to spell correctly. That's why we have those things, right? So we can create separate pages here, have links to those pages, etc. And boom, here we go. Now we've got a download page. We look at it, and it's / downloads / lead magnet 2. Now the funny thing is if I tried to go to the downloads URL, nothing's here. Oops, that page can't be found. Why? Because it's a separate custom post type. It's got its own little menu item over here, and all of my downloads are now kept in this one area. So how do you do that? Well, I used code. I go to wordpress.org and I looked up the code on how to create these and did it the old-fashioned way. But the easiest way is there's a plugin you can use called Custom Post Types UI. I'll show you where it is here. Custom Post Types UI is what it's called. You go to Add New, keyword search, just type in custom post type. And it's this one here with the ugly orange icon. It's a great little plugin. I mean, there are other ones out there. This is the first one that I just happened to see and start using. I've used pods in the past for custom post types and custom fields. I had some issues with it, and so I stopped using it. It's a rather heavy-duty plugin, but it's a really good plugin too. A lot of support behind it. I just didn't find it fitting my needs very well. So I just I figured I'd download this and show you how to set it up because it's really, really easy. So once you install it, then it creates a separate menu item down here called CPT's UI, and we can create a custom post type. So I have a downloads already. I can create a different custom post type if I wanted to. So let's say I want to put all my landing pages, like all the download pages, in a separate custom post type, right? So I can create a, whoops. Oh, so the slug is the URL. So when downloads, right? So the URL, the slug is this part here. It's going to be this part that's in between the two slashes. And so we have to figure out what's the post type slug. What do we want it to be? And so if I'm going to do landing pages, we can call it landing pages. Actually, I would rather prefer let's call it LP. Make it short, right? And you need to have a plural label for more than one, so landing pages. And then we need to have a single landing page, right? So we have each individual landing page, and then we have multiple landing pages. Now you can just put a little description here. This is for your own use. You can change all these items, but most of this stuff is unnecessary, parents and these types of things. Let's scroll down here because all these are different ways it's described on different things. So don't worry about all that stuff. Yes, you want it to be public. Yes, publicly queryable. Yes, leave that as true. Show in navigation menus. You may or may not want to. I would remove it. So if it's a download page, I'm definitely going to be removing this from showing up in navigation menus. You don't want your downloads showing up in your navigation menus. You also has archive. I don't want an archive page. That's like a blog page where it's date based. And we want to exclude it from search. Okay, especially download pages, because that means when somebody searches on the search box, if you have a search box in your on the front of your site. I don't think I have one on this site here. I'm going to step back for a second. No, there's no search box. So if I went to my widgets, excuse me, I'm going to show you over here and then see there's a search box, right? So I'm going to throw that in my sidebar. We'll save it. Then if I go back to the site and refresh the page, see there's a search box. So if I typed in a search for downloads, you don't want anything being found over here. Okay, so you don't want people being able to search your downloads or search the name of your lead magnet and finding it. So change the exclude from search, make that true. Capability post type is post, and then change hierarchical to true. So that makes it like a page. These now make it like a page. If you had it not as hierarchical, it would be like a post, where the posts in WordPress are date-based and they have that archive and et cetera, and there's one right after the other, where you can't make one a sub-page of another. So I like to keep this, I like to make that one true. Yes, we're going to rewrite with the default slug. And I believe that's it. Now the next, that's not true. Menu position. So where do you want it to show up? Okay. There are different pages or different locations. So like I have downloads here right after posts. And if I'm going to open this up in the new tab, it takes you to, I gotta stop clicking in the thing here, I'm sorry. The WordPress page that shows you where everything is here. And what's it called again? Menu position. Search the page here because it doesn't show where it is. Here we go. So the menu position is, you have to put a number in. 5 will be below posts, 10 is below media, 15 is below links, 20 is below pages. And what they're meaning are these things right here: posts, media, pages, comments. Okay, posts, media, pages, comments. So if I want this one to show below comments, I'll put 25. I'm going to copy number 25 here. And, oops, where did it go? Menu position. Here we go. 25. We'll show in menu true, so it's going to be over here. And then we can put the icon or the dash icon class. And I'm going to include the dash icon. So WordPress has these icons that they use. Let's go back up to the top here. Search WordPress for dash icons. And I'll have the link to this below the video. And so dash icons are all these cute little icons that you see here that show up alongside of the post or the post type or the option that you have in your menu. And since these are landing pages, let's see, what do we want here? See anything clever? Here, we'll use a thumbtack. How's that? What you want is this right here where it says dash icons dash sticky. That is the class for this. And so whatever the name is, this is sticky, which is the thumbtack. If it was this key right here, dash icons admin network is the thing there. If it's this here, it's the admin settings. If it's this with the 3 dots, it's the image filter. So I copied the one already, and then you just plop that in here into your menu icon. And so that's going to create a little thumbtack icon next to the landing page option that will be in the menu over here after we hit save. Okay. So we want title, editor, feature image. I don't really care if this has a feature image or not. That is the image that shows up in your WordPress feed and such like that. We can put page attributes. That's an important one because that allows you to make the hierarchical settings. So one page can be a sub of another page. And that's all we need there, I believe. Yep. If you want to have categories in there, you can do that, but those are not necessary. Not necessary at all, especially for this because it's all one item. Boom. So now we have it. We have our post type, and then you see it right here. It shows up landing pages with a little thumbtack next to it. Pretty neat, huh? And it'll use the default form of your regular pages and posts. If we want to look at the type of post types we have in here, it shows you everything that goes with it. Where did that go? Bear with me. You can export it, so if you want to put it on a different site, you can just do all this and then copy and paste it over in here. It's pretty neat. This plugin makes it very simple. If you know anything about coding, it does allow you to export the HTML portion of it or the PHP portion of it and put it in your functions PHP file so you can use it that way. But now we have this landing page post type. We can add a new landing page. I should just add a new as opposed to clicking it, right? Landing page 1. Whatever this. Hey, subscribe to my awesome site. How's that? And then I forgot what I should have saved this here, the short code for the Thrive box. Boom. Publish it. Now I have my super awesome landing page. This is the slug, or the domain, my domain name, and then the slug is LP. Remember we changed that, or we in the custom post type, I made the slug LP. So that's the little folder between the root domain and the landing page. I click on it and voila, subscribe to my awesome site, and there you go. So you can do this for your download pages. You can create a custom post type for pretty much anything that you need to use it for. Don't go crazy though. You don't want to have your site all cluttered with different things. Use posts for posts, use landing pages for landing pages, use pages for pages, but having one conveniently made up for downloads makes, especially if you're using a lot of different downloads, makes it really convenient. Makes it really, really convenient. So hope that was useful. Enjoy, use it with responsibility. Now that you have all this wonderful technology at your hand, use it with great power comes great responsibility, right, Spider-Man? Go enjoy. Have a fun day, and I appreciate you watching. Of course, subscribe below because there will be a couple freebies for you, the 3 ways to grow your business, and the automation, the business automating cheat sheet that I have set up for you that I use to plan out my automations of what to do, what we need to do, and what the user needs to do, and what happens when the user does that, and what happens when the user doesn't do that. Allows you to very quickly and easily plot out your automations. So go enjoy, have fun, and thanks for tuning in.